Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. This is me Fatima Business Wali and today I'm going to discuss this topic the art of storytelling, how to captivate and inspire other with ChatGPT. Storytelling is one of the most powerful ways to share ideas, connect with people and inspiring change. Through this discussion, I want to learn how great stories capture attention, create emotional connection and leave a lasting impact on audience. So without wasting any time, let's start discussion with ChatGPT. Hello ChatGPT, can you hear me?
Hey,
Hello
I
ChatGPT.
Hi, great to have you here. What's on your mind today?
Okay. ChatGPT, today I want to discuss this an amazing topic, the art of storytelling, how to captivate and inspiring others.
Oh, that's a fantastic topic. There's so much to explore, like the power of storytelling, authenticity, and using your own experiences. Are you thinking about applying this to a speech, a podcast, or maybe a class you're teaching?
Okay, so can you tell me what is storytelling and why is it important?
Yeah, absolutely. Storytelling is basically the art of sharing a narrative, whether it's a personal experience, a fictional tale, or even a business message, in a way that engages people's emotions and imaginations. And it's important because it makes information memorable, it builds connection, and it helps people see themselves in the stories.
Okay, so my next question, why do people remember stories more than facts and statistics?
Ah, that's a great question. I think it's because stories give context and emotion to information. When we hear a story, we connect to the characters, we feel a sense of adventure or tension, and that emotional connection makes the memory stick. Facts alone just don't hit that same chord in our minds.
Okay, so can you tell me what make a story engaging and memorable?
Yeah, for sure. So, an engaging story usually has a strong, relatable main character, a clear conflict or challenge they're facing, and a meaningful resolution. It's also really important to have sensory details so people can visualize and feel the scenes. And of course, a good rhythm and pacing keep people hooked from start to finish.
Okay, so how can start storytelling uh, inspire and motivate people?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. I think you can start by sharing stories that come from your own life, especially those where you overcame challenges. When people see themselves in your story, it sparks hope. And if you connect those stories to universal themes like resilience or purpose, it gives them that extra dose of inspiration.
Okay, what are the key elements of powerful story?
Yeah, so the key elements really include a strong, relatable protagonist, a clear conflict or tension, vivid details that immerse the listener, emotional authenticity, and a resolution or takeaway. And don't forget pacing. The way you deliver it really influences how it lands.
Yes, okay. How does storytelling help us connect with others emotionally?
Yeah, that's really powerful. So when we hear a story, it taps into our own experiences and feelings. We see parts of ourselves in the characters, and that empathy creates a bond. So storytelling is kind of like a bridge. It lets us understand each other on a deeper emotional level beyond just words.
Okay. Um, uh, why is authenticity important in storytelling?
Yeah, authenticity is huge because when your story is real and true to you, people can feel that honesty. It builds trust. People know you're not just performing, but that you really mean what you say. And that kind of genuine connection just makes the story that much more memorable and powerful.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So once you bring that authenticity in, you create this safe space where your audience feels seen and heard. And that's really where the magic happens. It's not just a story, it's a shared human experience.
Okay. How can personal experience make a story more impactful?
Oh, absolutely. Personal experiences add this layer of truth and vulnerability. When you share something real from your own life, people feel that sincerity. They see you as human and they relate. So it's not just a story, it becomes a bridge between you and them and it sticks with them long after.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
What role does emotion play in a great story?
Oh, emotion is huge. It's what really drives the audience to care. When a story evokes emotions, whether it's joy, sadness, or hope, people are more likely to remember it, be moved by it, and take action from it. So it's really at the heart of a great story.
Okay. What can teachers learn from the art of storytelling?
Ah, that's a great point. Teachers can learn that storytelling isn't just entertainment, it's a tool to make lessons more relatable and memorable. By weaving concepts into stories, they help students connect emotionally, engage more deeply, and see how ideas apply in real life.
Okay.
Yeah.
How can storytelling make learning more effective for students?
Yeah, so when you tie lessons to stories, it gives context to abstract concepts. Students remember details better because they see how things unfold in a narrative. Plus, it sparks their imagination, keeps them engaged, and helps them relate what they learn to their own lives.
Okay. Mm. Why are
Yeah.
stories important in leadership and public speaking?
Ooh, that's a really good one. So, stories in leadership and public speaking help humanize the leader. They make them relatable and trustworthy. Plus, they give context to their vision, inspire action, and help people see the bigger picture. So, it really moves people towards a shared goal.
Can you explain again in easy words?
Of course. So, when leaders or speakers tell stories, it makes them feel more like real people, not just authority figures. Stories help people understand the leader's goals, feel inspired, and see how they fit into a bigger plan. So, it really gets everyone on the same page.
Okay. So, why are story like
Ah, I
what are um some common mistakes people make when telling stories?
Ah, great question. So, one common mistake is not having a clear focus. If a story wanders or lacks a point, people lose interest. Another mistake is being too vague. Details are what make a story come alive. And sometimes people rush. Pacing is key to building suspense and connection.
How can storytelling be used to share important life lessons?
Yes, so storytelling is really powerful for this because it gives a personal face to an idea. When you share a life lesson in a story, people can see the struggle, the turning point, and the growth. So the lesson isn't just told, it's lived, and that makes it really stick with them.
Okay, so how can podcast and interviews benefit from storytelling skills?
Oh, definitely. So, in podcasts and interviews, storytelling helps keep listeners hooked. It gives a natural flow, makes complex topics easier to grasp, and it creates an emotional connection with your audience. So, instead of just facts, people really feel the message.
Okay, what role does imagination play in storytelling?
Imagination is huge. It's really what brings a story to life. When listeners or readers imagine the scenes, they become active participants. So, imagination makes the experience richer, more colorful, and more personal. People can see themselves in the story.
Okay, how can social media creators use storytelling to engage their audience?
Yeah, absolutely. Social media creators can use storytelling by sharing personal moments, daily challenges, or even behind the scenes glimpses. When they tell a short, sort of meaningful story, it draws followers in. They relate to it, they care, and that keeps them coming back for more.
What are some common mistakes some techniques for making story more relatable?
Ah, great point. So, a big technique is using specific details from everyday life, things people can picture or experience themselves. Also, keep the language simple and conversational, and share emotions honestly. When people see themselves in those details, they feel the connection.
Okay. So, what practical step can I take to become better storyteller?
Oh, a really practical step is to practice regularly. Try writing short stories or even just little anecdotes every day. Record yourself telling them out loud, listen back, and notice where you can add more emotion or detail, and just keep experimenting. It's all about practice.
Okay, so like as you know, story has been used for countries, teach lessons, inspire action, and bring people together. Why do you think storytelling remains powerful even in today's digital world?
Ah, that's such a great observation. I think storytelling stays powerful because it's fundamentally human. No matter how much technology we have, people still crave connection and meaning. Stories help us make sense of the world and they give us a sense of belonging. So even online, that power doesn't fade.
Okay, so many successful leaders and speakers use storytelling to communicate their messages. How does storytelling help people influence, inspire, and connect with others more effectively than simple give information?
Yeah, that's really key. So, storytelling taps into emotions, it creates a narrative arc, and it gives people a reason to care. Instead of just hearing a fact or a statistic, they remember a character, a journey, and they feel personally motivated. So, it's much more memorable and inspiring in the long run.
Okay, so a great story often include challenges, struggles, and personal growth. Why do audiences connect more deeply with stories that include obstacles and lessons learned?
Yeah, that's so true. I think when a story shows real struggle, it makes the person telling it human and relatable. Audiences see themselves in that struggle, they recognize the effort, the setbacks, and so when the person overcomes it, it gives them hope that they can too.
Okay, everyone has unique life experience that can become meaningful stories. How can people discover and share their own stories in a way that inspire others?
Yeah, I think a great way is to start by reflecting on key moments, times when you faced a challenge or had a big realization. Then choose one of those moments and really map out the emotions and lessons. And when you share it, be honest, speak from the heart, because that's what really moves people.
Okay. So, storytelling requires both creativity and communication skills. How can practicing storytelling help us become better speakers, teachers, and leaders?
Yeah, that's a great connection. When you practice storytelling, you get better at organizing your thoughts, speaking with confidence, and using tone and pacing effectively. So, whether you're a teacher, a leader, or a public speaker, those skills help you connect more deeply, engage your audience, and make your messages stick.
Okay. In a world filled with short form content and distractions, what techniques can storytellers use to keep their audience engaged from beginning to end?
Ah, that's a really good point. So, one technique is to start with a hook, something surprising or emotional right away. Then keep the pacing tight, short, vivid scenes or dialogue. Use sensory details so people can see and feel the story, and then end with a strong, clear takeaway. That way, even in a short format, the story still sticks.
Okay. So, like empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. So, how can storytelling help people develop empathy and build stronger relationships?
Yeah, exactly. So when we hear someone's story, we step into their world, we feel what they felt. And by seeing their struggles or joys, we understand them better. So storytelling breaks down barriers, creates that emotional bridge, and helps us build more authentic, compassionate connections with others.
Okay, so my last question, as someone interested in interviews, podcasting, and communications, how can developing stories, strong storytelling skills help you achieve your personal and professional growth?
Oh, that's a really great focus. So, when you develop strong storytelling skills, you become a more engaging communicator. People remember you, they trust you, and they feel connected. So, in interviews and podcasts, it helps you stand out, connect with your audience on a deeper level and also build a personal brand that really reflects who you are and what you value.
Okay, so thank you so much ChatGPT for this inspiring discussion. I learned that storytelling is much more than sharing information. It is about creating connections, inspiring emotions, and leave a lasting impact. By developing my storytelling skills, I can become a better communicator, teacher, interviewer, and future podcaster who inspire and connect with others through meaningful stories. So once again, thanks, ChatGPT.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad this resonated with you. And honestly, I can't wait to see how you bring all these storytelling skills into your podcasting and teaching. Keep going, you've got this.
Okay, thank you so much and goodbye.